Guys, I am back. This video teaches how to avoid common beginner mistakes that accidentally trigger account reviews and suspensions. The focus of this video is not to teach you how to do some workarounds, but just to educate you so that your shop doesn't get suspended in your first few months selling on Etsy. Most Etsy sellers don't fail because their product's bad, but it's because they try and rush their first few sales, which flags the Etsy algorithm and shuts down their shop before they can even gain real momentum. Mistake number one is buying your own product. You don't want to do this. Early on, you're going to want that first sale, that first review, and build up some credibility on your store. But it's very, very important that you don't go ahead and buy this product yourself. Another reason you might buy it yourself is to make sure that when the customer receives the product, it is received the way that you intended it to be. I know this was something I was a little worried about early on. I provide a PDF upon download with a hyperlink that takes them to the Dropbox with all of my digital products. And I wanted to make sure that this hyperlink worked upon sale, but this is not something you should do. Piggybacking on this idea is you never want to have any family members or yourself order a product on the same Wi-Fi that you set up your account on. This flags Etsy's system, and it's a quick way for them to suspend your account thinking that you're trying to boost fake sales. Whoa. Number two, this is going to be sloppy financial setup. So once you get everything on your Etsy dashboard set up, your payment, your tax ID, all this stuff, leave it. Nothing really needs to change. You don't need to be changing the bank account that you're getting paid out to. And early on, you won't get paid out until you verify your bank account. So choose one bank account and then verify it. If you keep switching the payout method, changing the name of the payout method or different bank accounts, this is another flag that can hurt your Etsy shop and kind of wonders why you need to change your banking info that often. So just stick to one. Don't jump the gun and change any of this sensitive legal information. I did run into the issue where I hadn't verified my payout method. I then received an email from Etsy. Anything important, you'll receive an email from Etsy on the email account you registered with. This basically said that my funds are on hold until I verify this bank account. They might only withhold 50% of your payout or all of it until this is completed. So it's good to just make sure you get this all in line early on. If you're a little unsure how to set it up, just do a quick Google search and it's not too difficult to find out. Number three, this is going to be inconsistent account behavior. Don't be changing your VPN and logging in from different networks, say Germany, then US, then Canada, then back to Texas, Florida. You kind of want to be sending the same traffic on your end to Etsy over time because it doesn't know who you are yet. And you can seem like a fraudulent account or like a botted account if it's just a bunch of internet traffic from all over the globe. You just want everything kind of very, very straight line and simple starting out. Needless to say, it's not going to hurt if you go on vacation and you log in from your resort. Just in general, don't be logging in from abroad all the time using VPNs. Number four, this is going to be more on the account setup. A lot of people sweat and stress and spend hours and hours on making a banner, a shop name, a shop icon, description. All of these aren't as important as you would think they are, but it is very important to just get one on your profile so that you show up as legit in a buyer's eyes and in Etsy's eyes. If you have a few listings, but your banner's not set up, you have no description, you have no shipping times listed if you do ship products, then there's going to be a lot of flags in sellers' minds and Etsy's minds. One banner, you can change it later on, profile picture, description, policies. If you have any questions with these, again, it's Google search or I can make another video down the line. Number five, this is a big one. It's going to be IP infringement. So when you're doing product research, You're probably gonna see Disney characters, you're gonna see Harry Potter characters, you might see Taylor Swift merch. This is something that you wanna double check on because you really don't wanna get caught with a strike on your account, where Disney sells very well, but it's also copyright, and this can get your account shut down immediately. I had, a second Etsy account where I would do custom portraits, and I had a listing that was Lego style, Disney style, but I knew not to use the word Disney style or Disney photo, Lego photo in the title. Looking up online, it said, "Oh, you can use Disney inspired, Lego inspired," but I would still stay away from this. It's not worth losing your whole shop to one listing. I did get a strike. I got my listing taken down. You will get an email and a pop-up, and on your listing, it will show flagged and it will say it was taken down for infringement. So just be cautious of this. Once I got this strike, I kind of just shut down that shop. I didn't want it affecting my main shop based off of the payment, as it's going to the same payment profile. A website where you can check if you're going to have any IP infringement is uspto.gov. I'll leave a link to it in the description. This is a good place to double check and make sure nothing is copyrighted. So going over here to USPTO, we can search up words such as Taylor Swift. You'll see people selling Taylor Swift gear, but as you can see here, Taylor Swift is a trademark term. So this will get you in trouble. You will get shut down. Catchy slogans is another thing to look up on here. So let's try something like I'm a Barbie girl. You might want, oh wow, let's switch that letter. Okay, I'm a Barbie girl. Say you want to put this on um, a t-shirt. So there's a lot of old trademarks here, um, but I would still stay clear of this. And here, like, girl, I'm gorgeous. Like you might think that is something that you could get away with just on some pajamas or a sweatshirt, just for some self love. But again, it's always good to just double check because I didn't even know "Girl, I'm Gorgeous" is a trademark. So it's always good to just double check and save your shop. All right, now it's back to me. Now, what's the final thing I was going to talk about? So, if we can't be asking friends and family or buying our own products, how are we going to get this early traction? Well, there's a few ways that I'd recommend is you can repin your posts onto Pinterest and start a board. You can use Canva and to make specific pins and then put them on Pinterest. You want to make a Pinterest business account, and then you can see the insights. And I'd recommend pinning all of your posts because it's good traffic over time. Pinterest isn't like Instagram or TikTok where it kind of fades out after a few days to a week. Pinterest, you'll still get traffic from 6 months to a year to 2 years later. So I'd always recommend repinning your products on Pinterest. Another way is you can use a small Etsy budget of say $1 to $5 a day, just kind of get your products out there. But early on with your products, you do have an initial boost. So this you can do. You don't need to really until after your first month, I'd say. The main thing to get these first sales is focused on your listing quality and your thumbnails. See what is selling. You can scroll through Etsy and you'll see that there's generally 1 to 2 mockups that are trending. And you might say, hey, I want to stick out, be unique. But this is kind of where you just want to go with what is working. So you can buy mock-up bundles. You can just search these up on Etsy, apply your design on Canva or Photoshop, and then list these. So I do some research, see what is working, and that's a good way to know that you have good thumbnails. I guess that wraps up the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mistakes that early Etsy sellers should avoid, and kind of the ways to get your first few sales without getting your account flagged or suspended. Well, thank you for watching, and if you're new, subscribe, like. If not, maybe next time. Anyways, see you in the next one.